Is it possible to get pregnant while you are still breastfeeding? In this video, we are going to learn whether it is possible that you can get pregnant while you are still breastfeeding. Are you breastfeeding? Are you worried about whether you can get pregnant? This is the video for you. Please keep watching after this message. So today we are discussing whether you can get pregnant while you are still breastfeeding. Without further ado, we shall realize that when a woman is breastfeeding, specifically what happens is that there are changes that go on in her body. The first thing is that there's a hormone that is known as oxytocin. Now, oxytocin is that hormone that is released when a woman is breastfeeding. Now, how this hormone works specifically is that it goes to the brain of the woman, and what it does is that it blocks another hormone which is known as the follicle stimulating hormone. When we look at this, is actually an ultrasound scan of a baby. We are using this basically to try to explain our point. And when we look at this baby, the baby is in a cephalic presentation, meaning that the head is facing downwards and the legs are facing upwards, and basically the baby has enough amniotic fluid. We shall do another video about this, but today we are discussing whether you can get pregnant while you are breastfeeding. And specifically I was talking about when a woman is breastfeeding, there's a hormone. The hormone is known as oxytocin. Gerard Massa, the health educator, is the name of the channel, and we are talking about whether you can get pregnant while you are still breastfeeding. So when we look at this, is a picture of the whole process of menstruation and ovulation, specifically ovulation. We look at this is a mature ovary, and it has released a mature egg, also known as the Graafian follicle. This egg is released and then it remains in the ampulla, or that finger-like, projection. This is a part of your fallopian tube. So when this egg has been released and it is around here, normally this process lasts for 12 up to 24 hours. And normally when there's fertilization that has taken place, it comes dividing along the fallopian tube up to your endometrial wall or your uterine lining, where it burrows or it digs deep onto your uterine wall. Normally when it is on the uterine wall, it is known as the blastocyst. We shall not go into this. We've done a video on ovulation. I request that you check out our videos. We've done videos actually on ovulation, the whole process, but we are using this to explain our point, our video for today, whether you can get pregnant while you are still breastfeeding. So what happens is that the whole of this process, the process of ovulation, fertilization, and then the whole of this process of the egg developing up to maturity, up to that point when it is released, this process is controlled by a hormone. And that's why many of our clients, many of our women, they go to hospital and then they are trying to conceive. I mean, they are TTC, they are trying to conceive. They've done the scans. The scans are showing that everything is okay. The ovaries are okay. The follicles are okay. And even the tubes, they are okay. There's no fluid in the tubes. There are no adhesions. You've done the HSG tests, the x-rays, and I mean, everything is okay. But you have tried to get pregnant, but you are not getting pregnant. In this video, we are going to understand this, whether you can get pregnant while you're still breastfeeding. So the whole of this process, the maturation of this egg until it reaches that point of being released, it is controlled by a hormone, and this hormone is what we call the follicle stimulating hormone, always abbreviated as the FSH. When you go to your gynecologist, you will see this on your report when your doctor, your gynecologist, has requested that let us check the levels of FSH, let us check the levels of LH, let us check the levels of progesterone. So what happens is that The hormone known as FSH, which is responsible for the maturation of this egg until that time when it is released, that hormone is produced in the brain. The part that produces that hormone, the FSH, is known as the anterior pituitary gland, abbreviated as the APG. We shall not go into more of the we shall not go into the details of medicine, but we are trying to get a point. The point we need to get is that the release of this egg is controlled by a hormone, and this hormone is known as FSH. A woman who is breastfeeding, a mother who is breastfeeding her baby, normally she releases another hormone known as oxytocin. I hope you've heard about oxytocin. I mean, we even use it in mothers who have given birth. It's the same drug, it's the same hormone we give in form of a drug to try to stop bleeding. It even actually has other functions. We shall not go into that, but in this part we need to understand that when a woman is breastfeeding, oxytocin is released. Sorry about that. So when oxytocin is released, it goes ahead, it goes to that part of the brain we talked about, the part which is known as the anterior pituitary gland. It goes to that part and then it blocks the release of FSH. When the release of FSH or the follicle-stimulating hormone has been blocked in the brain and there's no more FSH moving to the ovaries, to your ovaries, then it means the egg or the process of ovulation is going to be cut off. The process of ovulation will not take place. When a woman is not ovulating because of blockage of the hormone that is supposed to be, releasing this egg, that is supposed to be causing the maturation and the eventual release of this egg, then it means a woman will not be able to get pregnant. And that's how mothers who are breastfeeding normally always say that they are on family planning, they are using breastfeeding as a family planning method. We've just gone into the details and we've talked about how the whole process happens. Actually, most doctors call it lactational amenorrhea. You will not see your periods, you will not ovulate, you will not get pregnant. But one thing we have to realize in this video is that there's a percentage of women who can get pregnant even if they are breastfeeding. We are going to explain that in our video, in this video. Please keep watching. There's also a percentage of women who will not get pregnant despite the fact that they are still breastfeeding. How does it happen? We shall proceed with our lesson, but please remember to subscribe to our channel so that you can get these new videos. YouTube will show you the new videos I put out every day. Every day I put out new videos about women health, about pregnancy. We also talk about fertility, infertility, and other conditions. But in this series, we are talking about the whole process of pregnancy and ovulation. Hit the subscribe button so that you don't miss out on new videos I put out every day. Gerard Massa, the health educator, is the name of the channel. Remember, we were talking about how the whole process of ovulation is cut off by the hormone known as oxytocin. So what happens is that when ovulation is no longer taking place, then you will not be able to get pregnant. Now we come to the core part of today's lesson, and the core part is, can you get pregnant when you are breastfeeding? Is it possible for you to get pregnant while you are still breastfeeding? The answer is yes. How does this happen? If you breastfeed according to the recommended guidelines, your OBGYN, your doctor, will tell you that if at all you are breastfeeding, the point is this: there's a rule you're supposed to follow when you are breastfeeding if you would not like to get pregnant. If you want to use breastfeeding as an effective family planning method, then we advise that you follow this rule. The rule is like this. During the daytime, we advise that you are supposed to spend at least 4 to 5 hours nursing, breastfeeding your child, breastfeeding your baby. And the most important part is that when you are breastfeeding at least your baby, you should take at least 4 good hours when you're breastfeeding. That is during the day. during the night, when the night comes, you are supposed to breastfeed our baby for at least 6 good hours. So if you breastfeed the baby during the day, you breastfeed for 4 to 5 hours, and then during the night you breastfeed for at least 6 hours. You actually can do this concurrently. I mean, you can do this alternatingly. You may not do it. You cannot stay up the whole night. I mean, 6 good hours breastfeeding. Yes, there's going to be the colic, the baby will be crying and then all that, but you can always manage this by seeing your doctor, who will prescribe some like drugs like the Bonisan syrup and all those good drugs which can keep the colic and the abdominal colic down. Yeah, this can be managed, but at least you can breastfeed alternatively. You breastfeed and then take some time as the baby is getting some sleep. I mean, you should have it in your mind that you are supposed to breastfeed for 6 good hours during the night. During the day, you should breastfeed for 4 good hours. When you do this, the hormone we talked about in the beginning of this video, known as oxytocin, is going to be at peak levels. It's going to be at levels that are really sufficient to continue blocking the follicle-stimulating hormone, which brings about ovulation. I hope we've got this point. The whole point is, during the day, breastfeed for 4 good hours. During the night, 6 hours. You do that. When you follow that, it will be really very effective. It will not be possible for you to get pregnant while you are still breastfeeding. If you do not follow the rule of 4 hours during the day, 6 hours during the night, what is going to happen is that the hormone we've talked about, the hormone known as oxytocin, is going to be insufficient. It's going to reduce in its amount. When it reduces in its amount, then the follicle-stimulating hormone we talked about in the beginning, the follicle-stimulating hormone, which is responsible for ovulation, is going to be released in large amounts, in large quantities. That is, if you are not breastfeeding effectively. And when the follicle-stimulating hormone is released, just because you're not breastfeeding for 4 hours during the day and 6 hours during the night, when you be with your partner, I mean, the whole process, when the follicle-stimulating hormone is released, the process of ovulation takes place. I mean, you'll be ovulating and you actually may even see your periods. When you're breastfeeding and you see your periods, we get mothers coming to hospital. They say, "Doctor, I'm breastfeeding, but again, I'm seeing my periods. I'm breastfeeding, but I'm pregnant." It means there was a lapse. You did not follow the 4 hours during the day, 6 hours during the night rule. There are high chances. Though there can also be other causes whereby a woman has high levels of FSH. This can always be checked by doing a simple fertility hormonal screen test. Your doctor can always request for this. But one thing we have to take from this video is that for you to have breastfeeding as an effective family planning method, you should breastfeed for 4 good hours during the day. Breastfeed the baby for 4 good hours, and during the night, go ahead and breastfeed for 6 good hours. When you stop and you begin introducing solid foods and you begin weaning the baby, getting the baby off the breast milk, just because maybe you're so busy and you have really issues coming up, I mean, you need to do some other things, then just know that when you be with your partner, there are high chances that you are going to get pregnant. The main reason is that the hormone known as oxytocin is going to be reduced. It's going to decrease because you're not breastfeeding exclusively, and then FSH is going to rise, and then you're going to begin ovulating, and even before seeing your first period, just because you're not breastfeeding exclusively, there are high chances that you can get pregnant even before the baby makes 6 months. I mean, I've seen mothers who have got pregnant when the baby is at 3 months, 4 months. So the main reason is that lapses. When you go to work, you forget to breastfeed the baby, you leave the milk at home, you leave the milk, I mean, with the caretaker, you leave the baby with the caretaker. There are high chances that when you be with your partner, you're going to get pregnant. Why? You did not breastfeed the baby for 4 good hours during the day, and at night you did not breastfeed the baby for 6 hours because you came back, you're tired, you had to sleep, and yes. So In today's video, we've talked about, is it possible to get pregnant while you are still breastfeeding? The answer is yes, if you do not follow the 4-hour rule breastfeeding during the day and then 6 hours during the night. And remember to subscribe. Let me know if you have any questions down below in the comments. Gerard Massa, the Health Educator, is the name of the channel. I hope you've learned something in today's video. Remember to connect with me on my WhatsApp. You can even schedule a consultation, a detailed consultation if you have any other questions on my WhatsApp. It is +256 701 797876. My WhatsApp is +256 701 797876. Subscribe for new videos so that you do not miss any of the videos I put out about pregnancy, about women's health, about ovulation. When you subscribe, you'll be the first to get our videos. May God bless and protect us all. See you in my next video, and remember to read the description for details because I have put everything in the description. You can always go through the description and get the details of our lesson. Thank you. Thank you, my friend, for attending today's lesson. I hope you have learned something. And please, if you have any questions in regards to what we've just discussed, leave your questions in the comments. Ask me your questions. I will answer all your questions. On this channel, Gerard Massa, the Health Educator, I talk about women's health. Have yourself a fantastic and healthy day, and may God bless us all. Bye-bye.